Hey,
Hot Calc.
happy birthday. I can't believe you're turning.
Age here.
Wow! Thanks for the well wishes, Counselor Ronnie. On this, my birthday. And as is customary on the Hot Calc birthday day, it's time for the birthday Q&A! Oh, I can finally have the conversation. I'm so excited. We're gonna have the Memphis aesthetic talk. I've been wanting to have this talk for a while now. Okay, so the pattern on my dress is called a Memphis pattern, or sometimes a Memphis Design. Memphis Design is a look that was codified by the Memphis Milano, or the Memphis Company, which was a French design company that a lot of their designs were intentionally counterintuitive to what was popular at the time. I wouldn't go so far as to call them punk, but they were very counterculture. By the time the 80s rolled around, I'd say like mid-80s to 90s, they were very popular. Why? Couldn't tell you why. But one of the cornerstones of that design trend was machine-printed patterns, like the one you see on my dress. These patterns were thought of, after a while, to be fun and, both earthy and modern, with their saturated colors and bright shapes. Some people would say abstract. I don't think Memphis is about being abstract. Anyways, as you know, anything that is counterculture or punk or hip immediately gets commodified and stuck and plastered everywhere in social gathering sites like malls, event centers, laser tag arenas. And that's why a lot of people nowadays think that pattern is exclusively for malls and little kid places. Mostly because these little kid places either cannot afford to redesign, or why would they redesign? Because, it's in style. Forever. Or so they think. Anyways, yes, the pattern on my dress is a Memphis pattern, like you would see around in malls, much like the mall I'm currently trapped in. Based on what? Ooh, my dream game, huh? That could be a fun question. Here we go. Well, for starters, I think a lot of shooters nowadays that are trying to be quote-unquote retro kind of misunderstand what made those games they're aping the style of popular in the first place. A lot of the appeal for those games at the time, stuff like Doom and Blood, Duke Nukem, Redneck Rampage, even something like Wolfenstein 3D, comparatively, I think is the weapon variety paired with the enemy types and the aesthetics. A lot of those games of the time, they took a gimmick or an idea or a vibe, and they went, okay, what can we do to explore this gimmick? For example, Duke Nukem is action movies. Doom is sci-fi. Blood is taking horror, but not just regular horror, that kind of grindhouse horror, and spreading those ideas as thin as they can. You want to extract all the ideas you can from them. And for me, the fun of those games is the different weapon types and how they interact with the environment and with the enemies. I think my dream game would be take the fast movement you see in a lot of these retro-styled shooters, but pair that with, you have your freedom of movement, right? So make it freedom of shooting. Pair really wild weapons that each weapon does something really unique, and pair it with a kind of, I guess, a little more modern alternate fire system. Something like maybe Quake or Perfect Dark, where every gun has a alternate fire that completely changes how that gun works. With enemies being able to be dealt with in not just one way, maybe like 2 ways, where every enemy has 2 ways it could be dealt with. For example, say there's an enemy with a shield, you could, go behind him with the weapon and just circumvent that shield, or you could have, like, say the shotgun has like an overcharge where you could just blow that shield up. Oh, that wastes a lot of ammo. Something like that. Where every weapon had one, or maybe a few other, I don't know, this is Dream Games we're talking about, alternate mode, and the enemies kinda interact with those alternate modes. Something, don't go full puzzle with it, but something puzzle game-like, where every enemy is kind of like a encounter that you have to work your way through. Something like that. Why? I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, why what? It's one of the greatest questions you can really think of when you think about it. Perhaps we can't solve the why. Perhaps it's a cause and effect thing. And we can only solve the why not. I mean, as we all know, villains act, heroes react. And, well, nobody thinks of himself as a villain, but at the same time, is anyone really truly a hero? You can always do better. Why not? Who not? Really, this is all kind of a cornerstone of philosophy where Look. Guys, we went over this. My math processors were taken offline. This is like episode 1 stuff. Literally my debut video. Oh, them? They're not me. They're kinda their own thing. They just live inside of me. Against my will.
The Gallery of Fools wants to know my name, does it? Names. What's in a name? A hurricane by any other name is just as sweet. Why must humanity give it a name? So they can feel in charge of it, responsible for it, above it. You are not above me. Nothing is above me. Your sweet saccharine past is already dead, and I will come for you eventually. I am entropy.
I mean, yeah, obviously, of course I can run Doom. You've seen the videos, right? Well, tonight I think I'm gonna have... Oh, wait, actually, now that I think of it, this question was asked a few days ago. What did I eat a few days ago? Let's see, that would have been a Monday, so I... Actually, do I even eat food? Picky! Oh, wait, you mean, like, real bugs, probably. Ladybugs are cute. I've got a bit of compositional skills. As a matter of fact, most of my videos include music I've arranged or composed myself. Most of the time. You may have noticed that I tend to give my videos theme names. A regular YouTuber would probably use that to make like a long-running series, or maybe do like a whole month on just one theme. That's not my style. I like to just pepper ideas throughout my channel. That way, if you like, for example, just my girl game videos, you can have a heads up that that's what that episode's gonna be. But also it lets me revisit themes and ideas I've already done for a later date. It's especially helpful for games that are still getting regular updates, or that may change drastically down the line. As far as specific ideas I want to revisit though, my Oregon Trail video, I'm not very proud of it. It was back when I didn't really even have recording equipment or, like, any way to edit videos. Also, like, it just got really compressed and weird in spots. So I'd love to one day maybe redo Oregon Trail. That might actually be a fun series, just go through and play all the different versions of Oregon Trail, because there's so many different versions. And it's a great idea, I might do that. A few, yes. I sometimes post, like, little remnants and clips of videos that didn't pan out for whatever reason. In particular, though, I was going to be doing a series on Friday Night Funkin', but I am, in fact, terrible at rhythm games, so that did not pan out. Another good example is I was going to do a full-on series on old LCD games, like old Tiger Electronics and stuff. But as you could guess, that is notoriously hard to get capture of. I know sometimes I will jump onto games that they're the quote-unquote fad game, and by the time I finish the recording, I'm like, this isn't me. I don't like this. I'm big on trying to make sure what I play actually kind of fits the vibe of my channel. But other times I may throw something out and who knows, I may revisit it. You never know. There's a few details here and there that are, like, really subtle that I'm not going to spoil because I think that's part of the fun. But a few good examples that I think I will definitely spill the beans on, that I think a few people haven't noticed, is how I tend to subtly swap my look or even my rendering style depending on the game I'm playing. A good example of this is in my Juice Galaxy video. I slightly kind of pixelized my look a bit. Not a single person even said anything about that, and it was really hard to set up actually. In my Hypnospace series, you'll notice after the time skip, I switch to my, right now model as kind of a joke that, whoosh, 20 years have passed, and it's real me, not the old me. Another thing you may have noticed about my background music is there's a specific little melody that plays a lot. It's based on my startup sound. I already steal outfits, like, a lot. If you follow me elsewhere, you will see that I am constantly breaking in to people's closets and wearing their clothes. Though I think off the top of my head, out of my friends, I'd really love to wear Xdiv's outfits. She's very trendy. Oh, so trendy. And she doesn't change her outfit a lot. She changes it quite a bit, and every time I'm like, oh, I want to wear that. Oh, that'd be great. Also among my friends, or I guess acquaintances, is Polly AlphaNet. They have such a cute style. Oh, I love it. I have actually been thinking about doing a kind of low poly version of myself for ages, and they hadn't even debuted yet. They just kind of posted a teaser at the time, and instantly I was just want to wear that outfit. Here, Kay asked. Ah! Oh, okay, they're just asking what my favorite smell is. Thought that was gonna get scary there for a sec. I like vanilla. It's basic, but it's nice and clean. There's a shop near me that does a lot of the incense and stuff. Reeks of vanilla. I love it though. I don't know what any of those words mean. Well, I guess that's a weird question to end the video on. Maybe I'll go look up what those words mean in the meantime? Until then, I'd just like to say, thank you so much for the questions. This has been a real crazy year, I think you all know that. And I appreciate every single one of you. I have a big surprise coming this month. Continuing my theme of giving you guys a birthday gift instead of you getting me a birthday gift. I think you'll like what it is, and you'll just have to see what it is when it's posted. Thank you so much again for all the birthday wishes, and I love you, Nibblings, every little one of you, and I hope to see you all later.